na president. His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo or say our Valentine's Day present Ghana for nyina. Kasa makasa sa say onye reshuffle no. Me pacho ene His Excellency and the Valentine's Day present mamu a Valentine's Day reshuffle. It's ended here by close of day His Excellency will do some few changes here and there. We are called. And one of the persons are now, I say, we have confirmations there. Not like he's going. Yeah, I mean, he's going.
He's going. That's insane.
As in,
I don't make us listen, but he didn't come.
They didn't come. They less than when they didn't come.
The American say untias. He didn't come asking when your appointment to be.
The way appointment be. Yeah, exactly. When your appointment.
By listen, but he didn't come.
Yeah. Exactly.
You are relegating.
You are relegating. That is what the information is telling me. Now we if we assassin radio fact the names quite interesting. Japan Mesa Ligasan Dakwa Fatima Asenso Matajemisa Kosa or on their call a local government we are told Koyopon Omo Baby Fufrono a Kwesi Konedu Mr. Joseph Watafu MP. Are you free? I wasn't surprised. No, are you afraid? I wasn't surprised. Crap. Slide Tete Oko boy of your mates Omina a new ones on mobile system. But the question many are asking they say we have a if I saw Bay and they be free. Is it too late or is not too late? Well, it's a question we need to think about. That is the information you are picking up this morning. On this note, Jumedi Oyerepa breakfast and as OBT between the Kwesi Parker Wilson. I don't pay any money about.
Akua Asieduaa na nemo esum. Every Sabre Kwesi say 9:30 bebo nsema hodo esisi o man Ghana mu e na yaboabo ani nyina no ayede ebesom. Ye dwuma nkomo nkitinkiti wo motivational message wo whether ne forex news ka ho. Ye wo sports wo man pa ayede bremo. Ye wo super headlines in the review. Ghana te sen wo health and lifestyle wo OBT agenda e ka ho. Ya tena si nsemo esisi o man Ghana mu e bi ne ye bere hu na de wo kan ya na bi nso ka say 7 years ahegu. 1 year aka no ekure no 1 year 10 months will say 9 months
it's too late
and I go the John president epese Ghana for who say na no betimi a reshuffle ade na da yaka
you see Nanado is a type of now there is some for now so open so oye bi ma enka kire no
anya ne time as he say no na abeka kire
thank you
time ne so on
thank you.
But sometimes it's so changing. Maybe a president changing man kasa bebre no man for kano. Nka be sesa obi a the fresh idea, new dimension beba na dwuma ni mu. Nti betimi asesa ne o makakra. Enso aja, ono ne ade adwuma na man.
Very late in the day. Very late in the day.
Yesi anope so kra wo tu kwan. Nti o je gum na bia wo nti obeba no na mo de hu nkomo na say enso bia finding the level. Politics na strategy we Nyansa Andre,
guy Buta.
Hey, Ojegum.
Guy.
Ex-president, because I said to Mahama. I said the Jubilee House we busy no.
I know.
Omo aye kwadu omo aye
ba. Of course. They're bringing them out.
Yeah, they are two anim.
So they are has of course sanitation. So me and my family they has of course sanitation. Well, I don't know, but
Olusu primary.
I don't know. Nobody can tell, but that's the information.
Oh, that's what the boy enche. Cecilia da Paco ye say busumi nsia krama.
Exactly.
Now onya de ana.
I don't know.
Sanitation minister onya de ana.
I don't know.
Eja enya listening ya bewi a ye bedi hu nkomo nchebusiafo ebi na ya titi hu e de chemate so kojo ponkroma eco youth and sports
sports in the be onyan kobie. In fact the new position I'm mate this morning say Akua works and housing mom.
Oh okay.
On sports initially na Akua sport but even the sports people na Xavier say say o must say o ma do Akua works and housing. Yes,
and open so demonstration
of course. It's very important. It's very important.
Football now say no. Yeah, source of entertainment. We Cote d'Ivoire dey minimum year there. We are politics correct kakra. Na ya gye ni. Na Ghana nkwa dey kotare ya fam. Ye dey call ya fam. Enso sika ye waste was ade we ho no. Entiase nim. Demonstration mo am won kran ya no pay mo nkọ. Monkora munkodi achebi ye de nkobo nketinketi to amoso a ye ko parliament minority leader Kesel Atoforsen Edi nsembia to just controversial human sexual rights and family values bill. Ya LGBTQ for no. Nyame ya dom efiada. Omo ebe pass.
Na fe na so me. And
Abraham Mwong. Enti 16th efiada ebe ombeye ho adwuma. Enti mu nsam nti afi de parliament ni ye ho adwuma wi afi ansa na president no e de white paper be to so na fe adi mu. Enti ahono mo no ye be twen. Parliament ni de omo nyina me ate ase so omo mpe. President ni so kra waka ese waka ese to be fair to him waka se ompe enti ye behwe na de okoba otu kwan okoba or the white paper beto so now wa senti na yi nyina wi na fe
but there's a caveat to say bill na ye ban and the cover bread consolidated fund
because abrofo ni be ja yes
not about that is there udu bi kotuma aban be hwe ni pakro now the argument is that say would do bill echo parliament the cover bread aban na aban one sign or say aban na na this bill the parliament because who individual won't even for bill parliament enko ba aban nka or say aban na de kokko nka the argument is that we be akwakosi e bia no mampani one fan is shasi exactly it either say or no one dey bill the parliament now on my the fufuro
na I say e da ho nim say sa de wo kan na wo ho
exactly
na ya nkwankwa wa ha kura nim ne sa why not
so that is what argument is now say ever pass it the president might not be able to even sign it. Some lawyers are saying that sign it, but parliament person also sign it. But you should see this.
Yeah, in the coming days. Yeah, some running creepy the whole baby. Yeah, just a president to sign here.
I wish can't do no. Because and also it imposes charges on the consolidated fund. Because the two will be a number of prison. Abandoned exactly. So because of that charges on the consolidated fund. You say go say buy name and this no come. But then again you ask yourself.
So betimi abode ka na wonti memmo.
Exactly.
Eyasem. Abusafo ntini ne enkomo wo ho na so ni nyina ye betwen. University of Ghana School of Communications 2023 wo ye survey bi ya wode aba. Ni nyina fa journalist line of duty omakohia tete na ye je ne camera e de hwe ho na ye bo ne sum na ye boro no na omochim se 40% of journalists ena akonya sa atiti no bi omafall victim e wo attacks ahodo emo na emu ne so nipa ne bebre na anim omo
yeah
akoye say rape cases omo e kai raping kwara no kwese omo ye nipa ne nkrofo ne wo fadafo manifo a otifie ho obi a oye family ne friend ene sa ne oma no enti sa na journalist de ne so te omo e bro omo ni nim omo
you know them say no one
politicians is some one journalists
you know one ejuma no so
enti emu some 70% of the survey ne so practitioners a omo ni mom colleagues ne say de ye ka ho asem enti emu some eno na areho ye to aso atogbe afede ya wo ye agbogbo mafia of Sogli state em say na wotwe ya hyase nkobo bi beto ho say ye say mampani dadajo mahama boni din say running mate ma enu akra newspapers ni bi ka ho asem ne na nsajo ada no Emma ne itogbe abeyi ne ho ano oso ye Ghana ni nko ade capacity bia ye befre no so o mesum no obeba na ho odi bi obetimi no o de besom na emom onfa hye obi ansa so obi nko di sa akon nanim ma no say ye korutu fotogbe obehwe ne yi friends of togbe ni de na mo na bi eno de onsuma obi asa na emom ye Ghana ni de ba bia ye de ne behye so o mesum no obesum ahobrase mu na me so me hu sa de question be metimi say intencracy ye no running mate anu ogya ya henie na na
of course obija
sir
yes obija I didn't know that obi an interest o obi onan bia e wo ne own interest me when I saw this I was like hey Jordan was on your vice president already ho e bia na is also eyeing then probably also eyeing something better
Opateni Ghana
e bia na sa
say de you to gba yeso so o pese e di na tem Ghana for di na
tem book what trouble about how Ghana enkoyi and normal asset e Ghana it's for me when I read his statement and no the only thing about my job say okay so or some sort of vice president then he has a higher aim which is to become a president because over device there then it is easy for him to contest as a president. So, oh, okay, Mama Minya president. So that, but yeah,
vice president,
exactly. In number or throw on the book, for routine solve it exactly. So that's what I realized.
Kwesi be some men so make us to be in Akunya.
Of course, so be the vision. They found
the politicians at them.
They go down to me.
We must be a plan matete. And a munsam no for we are to bring someone as Ogli State Council Secretary Stephen Tete or the bar. And command in Krum no Kwesi.
Yeah, they were asking Mr. Fernando pay the Yambushi Nafe. You go for your message of motivation always brought to you by Boshaba Electricals. Now this morning, George Sanda, George the Sanda, or say, there is only one happiness in this life, to love and to be loved. Say, there is only one happiness in this life, to love and to be loved.
George Sanda, nidi oyoba nsu anambwa.
Oyoba.
Be a Georgina. We try to in George. We fe. Wo July 1, 1804. Ewo Paris, ewo France. Eno June 8, 1876. Ewo France wa Nohant, ewo France. Na mami na oye French novelist. Chocho novels and India keke ka ho. Na sama o kan tietietia no pe wo say we are say eni je ba ko pe o. Se udo bi no nipa kro nso do. Odo Ade ayefe pa ene aye Valentine's Day ni e ka odasem ni e wo month of love mu February mu no George Sanda sam ene ye kan wo se ade aye de ba ko pa o wi ase se udo obi na nipa kro nso do obi de chere omo a try odo na omo hunu mu no de make en kwese omo nim
of course
no wa try odo se de odo no nso do obo ha odo bi nso ye
no exactly
en ntie no na mo de odo no nso do a na
afa
hwi ni wa ye desa enti mon try na mon do ho ya boy yen kura oyodo kwesi we say nenso ne ene ya Ash Wednesday
yeah
ene lent efi ase officially in 40 days a Christo for 40 days fasting
ye we na kodis
ye de wura Yesu amane hunu no efi ase ene enti mu di Valentine na no makai say lent nenso e wo hona motitia breaks kakra imam good morning bi
exactly we have about your Valentine's Day in the chocolate day enti en kodi chocolate day na why oftentimes Valentine's condoms are sanad David, yeah, chocolate day, no, and no ever boy in right. So that is the message of motivation. And right, you shouldn't talk come. I mean, if you try to system the money, I call for my mom for me that year pa. I don't pay. You share weather updated for the next 24 hours. Say Ashanti region 4% chance of rain. Tuning in as here. If you are not a Bontian channel, but anything can happen. And not I'll just say that was just around the same thing. But and I don't you shouldn't toy and a panel that was just around 3%, 4% here. But I'm doing so toy. You know, it was for you showing you as to whatever will happen for the next 24 hours. Ghanaian sit down to pay you shouldn't hold against the other major trading currencies.
For sika figures, a Bank of Ghana, the Amaya no pay no. We have said the city now who day as against Sika Kesia noa. US dollar no 12 cedis, pound sterling 15, euro num 13, Canadian dollar num 8.9. Made any sanum around any preconnect 9. Chinese RMB num 1.6. Said the Bank of Ghana figures in a tier, a dear dance no. Yeah, second tranche number. And so still na e ba ya ni mo yidin yen hwe da said the person feeling no ye wu ne sa
so sika na ya odia
nya media mum so say na ya dia because hu to ne nyina be cha tua
ye de ye want and any kremu that's a very important point the trade ye na be cha it's true, that's very true.
You be questions. I am taking easy. My
no I'm just on parliament.
Yes, and run to qua.
I'm almost.
So that's our down for
slide Kenka.
And a honor better cano. I was out for your debate. Your money and camera. I would
tell I got a kid.
Any power of Jimmy
Anopay yamwache na yamwakwaba de adusi no agudie mu nsem breakfast sports ye kan said ye se ene said ye fata ene anopay ye bedi nkomo ex president J Kufo cap num na ket yes okreku Dr. James Kwesi apia wo mu nyina kasa ede afa Sunday nso atemai ene asante koroko game no on Baba Yara Sports Stadium enochi oko UEFA Champions League round of 16 enra go bia Brahim Diaz share no man for share to line no Messi tied goal e be di enkomo ene anopay o konsem fufuma Pep Guardiola enra odinkonim obone maintenance abaso Brahim Diaz wonsem e wa ha ene anopay this and many more ena ye de down ene anopay sports lawyer ni the only sports lawyer in Ghana football yes say FA president Kufo Cup num na unim se nyankopon bo a Kwesi da ebe asante koroko eni insu acheman ena ebe anasa game no ewo Baba Yara Sports Stadium eno ena Ghana Football Association president Kwesi Okreku akasafa game no.
I think that President Kufo played a big part in football, and indeed he continued to play big parts given the fact that some of us do rely on him for pieces of advice. Before, until he became chairman of Kotoko and he took Ghana to the Mundial in 2006, those were his high points in association football. Of course, not limited to the infrastructure investments, etc., etc. During his time, as a leader of our country, we showed good successes in association football. So when it is that we are offered a special platform to say thank you to him, why would I, as a leader of the football family, sit at home and watch? I decided to bring the football family and here Kotoko and Strateman to participate in this exercise in his honor, just to tell everybody that when you do well in football, you'll be remembered in a very good way. So I'm very happy to play any part at all, even if the
KTS Okraku HMSA Osha Ghana football na Omama Boa ama Ghana football akone nimno ex-president Kufo Ekao Obonabaso na eno ena James Kwesi apia ono technical director Emma Asante Kotoko in Sudan ena okochi omo national team no ode tudwa se nso achemai oba Ghana ha omo one of the best team e okruma.
Personally, I think it's going to be very interesting. Ishachaman is one of the big teams in the Premier League, and Kotoko, being the former club that His Excellency was the chairman, it will be difficult for the players actually to let the cup go to Ishachaman. Then secondly, the game is being played, with the support and everything. Before I actually came, the team was thinking about how they can win all the cups. Unfortunately, yesterday we lost Carrera, and then so the next game going into Insochaman, I'm 100% sure Kotoko is going to win. The game against Insochaman was when we started the league. It was then that we were patching up our team, making sure we get a formidable team.
2023-2024 UEFA Champions League. You do round of 16 na enra and a round of 16 eshas matches way and a course so RB Leipzig etnafie ewo Red Bull Arena omantiban se be Madrid eshom eka baako Brian Diaz and said the only goal in the game. It was a super goal by Ostandard FC Copenhagen etnafie ema Manchester City ebomo eka miensa womote ekenmu baako and Paris Saint-Germain and Real Sociedad ebebo and afi other games na ebeto so Lazio and Bayern Munich and afi Paris Saint-Germain and Real Sociedad and ebo and a round of 16 of the UEFA Champions League. Games outdoor Italiano highlights.
And proud. It is a huge night in Copenhagen's history 11. As Pep Guardiola said himself, these nights De Bruyne and Haaland was in there, but he didn't need it. Well, it's a player. Nice ball back as well. Yanusi. It's a great chance, and it's in! It's Madsen on his debut! It's a gift to Copenhagen to put Manchester City back in front as we move into added time at the end of the winner. And Foden! Manchester
colour clash, meaning not quite sure what kind of ball he was trying to play.
Good chance. That was a really good chance. He turned it into...
Oh, that's outstanding! Well, he's playing in place of Jude Bellingham tonight, and you have to say Bellingham wouldn't have done that any better than Brahim Diaz has just done it. That's a wonderful Real Madrid goal, barely a flicker from the manager.
Abusia anopay ebejanso na edinko phone cruise nsem no SC Sports Alloy ni edan ho ba ye ba Oyerepa breakfast time ebeto so with Kwesi Parker Wilson and sister care.
Outdoor, yet did you ma? It's in our baha, won't count your dear. You were 50.
Director.
Asem dey you be money.
Director kase go so.
I don't see that.
Young corner time na na me say we.
Time na
20 minutes na am dey.
The opoko on the time.
You no ba ko kra ye be ye.
Opoko on kacha de na so.
Onim sa to kan kitu ya
Nanado All Africa Games na Ghana ebe host no. But my sports complex na kopa hontoma no. In fact pa eni. Aha so yesi Jirapa Dubai si wo no ni wo no.
Jirapa Dubai.
Jirapa. Ana ya kana Jirapa sa. Jirapa. Yesi ni wo no. E wo se da bia bi foforo ba. E fa ho.
So we need them all.
I say that yes that atwede na wo kan.
E ko won se kan won mpa so.
No. And finance minister so yes watwere on digital payments in Africa. Okay. And halt medical physics program at CK Tadam University. Hey sir. Yo. There na be kakakra. Na me hwe se okay, eno nyamai. There na be kakakra.
There na nyamai.
So mo say Valentine reshuffle.
Because African Games in Eddie Abbey. We are promising that we host Omombayinano. You better come and they move on to one. They better come. Yo, first one of
Minister in charge of gossip. That's it.
I like it.
I like times hey, I said the EP Varsity faces imminent closure. Hey, over failure to pay tax.
Evangelical Presbyterian University.
Yo, then financial innovations, digital technologies, important for climate. Yo, PAC threatens to block budget allocations to SIGA.
Yeah.
From saying
State Interest Governance Authority.
Okay. Yeah. Then Ghana said, okay, we so Nanado the okay, sports complex now.
Sports complex na feel.
That's a nice one.
Yes, you better so
papa.
You need the hweso.
Now we tell the chair na me bra ho.
Esi pokra de ceiling na tiagum.
Esi post do.
Kevin.
Obi na ye ya na.
Ba ke omo ma Zuma Nelson se kwa na kwhwe.
E wo kaneshi wo.
Robert. Azuma Nelson garage is Robert.
Ceiling na Kevin. Esi pon.
Tamala dia pa me say. Me bra wo we.
Esi pon de kwa de wo se emodi. Then kai last time
bra ko de do man come pa. Okay, yan trust. Na yanko yanim daily guide and aba no mama nko ha street abusafo kese na ani na ohwe a yese na nado ne reshuffle beba na out ni in for ni Dr. Muhammad Amin Anta yes called finance ministry yes called opposite papa we are
because so what is senior minister here
okay
at the finance ministry
Dr. Okoboy is health insurance ono so call
we see we are
who's no any deputy
maybe no a deputy papa we dey nyame na why are there pa we na go
no but he's performing that's the point the guy is performing if he's performing you have to promote him
yes do I are there pa
let me get that guy is performing oh yeah Juma
eti helicopter so o free Greater Accra regional no as minister no a continue
say before about Greater Accra no a deputy interior minister
then Parker also run so ha
there no
Ken Slide.
I don't know.
Where mini was saying
mini bro. I saw we be answer.
Oh, na go komu no.
Na go komu why?
Make I can komu Slide. Me say. What challenge me? No. What challenge me?
I challenge you.
And yeah, free TV no so. Me send the video na mama. You check.
Upon kike maintain so abo video.
Ono.
Me say no kombo no la.
Oh no. What dey buy
school media no. You pia ya mo.
You pia
ya mo.
The mumba mo. E buy na so fi ade no so. O be challenge me. Me sorry TV no so.
Na again say e kan dey wode no.
Yes. Me sorry TV no so.
Now e kan no na ko fan to
buy.
Yes, sir.
So this is what happened. Slide, apart from the campaign, Slide Tete.
English
MP have good.
English amount from.
And you co-election in Yadi. And I can't rule Chamberlain. And who Slide? Because Massa, now Misikano, what's up?
No be Kano.
And we are told from source and say, Slide catch that can say. So if you say or the car on Fanako Court.
Okay, sir.
That is the source. Eno me yama.
Money my name.
Eno me yama. What I say? It's you actions in the year. Mufasa and count. Mufasa and count. Me check. See. And for me, no, but therefore, this is uncultured.
Oh, Debbie, yes, Debbie, no, you shall say, do any answer yet.
Debbie, no, I'm saying that no, Mama Pat on the floor or Casa.
And then yes, I feel a parliament in the
parliament is in session.
Wow.
Parliament is in session. Open more video, no. Mama Sam, what is Mama Pat?
No, Casa.
Mama Pat, Casa.
I said, what do you mean?
As to come Mama Pat or floor or Casa.
Or the guy won't go to you.
What I say? It's assuming in process, I catch us. Oh, good, yeah. This is not the conduct you have to portray in the chamber of parliament.
Let's be Speaker.
Of course, you want the next and parliament, you want to be the way out. One can't wow. They all pretended to say nothing happened in the chamber. They all pretended because Mama Pat at a point. No, I'm confused. Why are confused? As you saw all twice, so on, why confused?
Honestly,
she didn't know what was happening. What kind of indiscipline? Why you your man is indisciplined. You have to tell him. This is the chamber of parliament. And
no more come on here who no. You say you say.
Then say what but me share we say no. On to twede. Munti.
Step by step. Act in a course one. Fine. And yet. Okay. And yes, of course, parliament. But Chadia must say, and no, me tea, no. And my friend say, no, because they need to know. And yet, Chadia no control. I said, I said, you were to Chadia.
Let me say, okay, all the stories are reported.
What can I say, Esla? And that's one kind of parliament house.
And making the right now.
No,
as a member of parliament, I don't say.
My condemn will say, listen carefully. My condemn will say, and so we see parliament. Step by step. But say the move Christopher said, what to Chadiano? Now, Mr. Me say, and what a yen and I catch them. Yen and the account. But me say, no, on to Chadia. And they said they're not more kitchen who say what to Chadian home.
But I bet to differ. No, I bet to differ. I don't know for winning or therefore all the news are all the news are being
but who's Fabian Cow and Zagiatino said, what took you said, I'm okay.
but for us here,
want to be in Canada because any person I just say yes or to Chadian a dorsal. So this is a platform to address.
And come on, across parliament. Yeah.
I mean, what's your be warning? Oh, Parliament. Sheshe, Akua market. And
at your course.
It's not nice. It's not nice.
Makondemo.
It's not.
I didn't know. I didn't be Obiano, and when the team that I'm per or you friend the team. Makondemo say, at your course on and yet.
And you can say, what say, who can say,
course, I mean, and say, what took your dear? But I'm sure you won't touch your dear. And you must say, that's what we almost have to answer.
I so, Omuye, no. I feel my king to ya.
Yeah, the same for 4 years. Yeah, no, could you
now these are just shared. We share it. Papa, you see. Make a point in the say.
So I don't know how far. No.
It is no the behavior and the conduct of Ken in the chamber yesterday. Was very appalling.
Now, birthday or
the second money defending when Parliament is in session, Parliament Parliament,
your birthday, I say a time as why.
Birthday way every Kwabana Kwabana a year means sound. Parliamentary a year.
Branch of February by I'm a Beffy brother. I'm a Beffy of graphic.
Yes. Na the sister Penny. Adjoa Safua Amankwa and there end the birthday. Eti Madam Adjoa Safua Amankwa. Happy birthday to you. If you know a year, Madam Amankwa, Obejina MPP parliamentary primary Sinibi. Obenshia South constituency.
Me patron happy birthday so. Ama Monima. Na me for see farmer Mr. Jonathan Wood. I friend Papaya. Jonathan Wood, your friend Papaya, only CEO. Joanne's Roofing Company, yeah, what Adako Jachi. Joanne's Roofing Company, yeah, what Adako Jachi, Mr. Jonathan Wood, Papaya, and then your birthday until also your mom happy birthday.
And a final one from a year Emmanuel, the after J, also a chairman of Bantama rejected delegate. And then the Bema birthday. I was saying, or your chairman of Bantama rejected delegate, Emmanuel the after J, and the bad boy. Very nice boy, saying funny. Denzel de Graft a J or Germany on the Belgium. I'm to Belgium. It's in there. I don't pay a year. Denzel de Graft a J is your birthday and there. You're my happy birthday for papa and no mommy and no papa for you now. Denzel, right? You're my happy birthday.
And also now a year Emilia a Sia birthday Cape Coast our Challenge Children Foundation. Yeah, I will Cape Coast. And one in the birthday, Yamano, a belated until also Yaman on one and children. I was for you, the must see.
Message you are but anyway. Come on, almost say Yabutre.
Put in some Samano.
Yes, Yabutre.
Macondem will say, and your first part. And Timendo also is a wire dear. But my agent said what took a dear. And no, Mr. Costa Minia said, what took a dear. Ghana, because a son, tea. Mona Yanino, Saturday, you can't be one team. Yeah, could you can send Crawford say,
Harry,
a normal language because I'm not referring to the two of you, say more, but I'm not say, Minya course, say. But my agent did not touch a day on touch a day. It's enough.
Abusuafo ye mamu nyina good morning bia mama kwaba de back Ghana te san ebreso na ene idwuma bi a yedie ebre bi atwam ene obroni se results anensunso abaso no ene nkomo ene yebedie yegina Kumasi bontini so na yehwe se de agumesua eho nsam esitie Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly AKM na keka ne ho ya wabɔ mode papa pama ene oma bi ana esai ewo schools ahodo bi a ewo Kumasi abontini so no ebi ye janan ebi ye school wall ebuo ebi kwa yesuku adan yeko state boys ni state girls ya no ewo Kumasi a emu nsem nyina no ye de bai emfie ebibia betwam afia etwam no emu na ene yeko adumanu no wakosi 6 unit classroom block ewa adumanu MABC school ena afei wagma emofra no ajanan ene de keka ho obri yebo basic school ewo amekom ena school bit say Islamic studies higher institute of Islamic studies ye wo bu okrom eno so so waye ho adwuma June 2021 na chese osese mfemi ensa pepepenie Ghana te san yedwuma ya ka 6 unit classroom block bi ya say ana yeja atowo adumanu MABC school ya eho asem no na ye kan ya afi Oyerepa enya results yenkohwe se de na tie sa abre no ene enei nsunsuanso a de aba
be PMO adumanu MA school aha ena KMA audit report 2020 capture as a 6 unit classroom bi do ye be PM na dan te bia ne say na sitie odon safa ho abonse na efrofro ye ne ona wa ha ne bi bedin komo ne ahwe e ba se ye ba be si dan na de na na mo hwe animu
enso school dan ye si ho ya ban se wa ya mayi ye hu school dan bi aban ba ba ya mayi wa ha me ba ha se de dan tie na tie ama nipa bonefo de ho ayi kwan abone nko anu mudi wo ho awia kora ntimi nkofa ho enti sese ye sra ban se omra me ye mo na onye school dan ne maye
ba cha me start to ade wa ha emfie nwotwe ni ko mfie nkono me hu se mesi ni bia ba ha se obeye dan bia ho adwuma ne sa ne ntinkwara no mo ho kire wo mo pa ya le ba ye omo buboso enti akwara bi nya akwanya so baba high school kura me so ati ntimi enye no sa ba se omo mfa 30 enti da bia akwara ne bi ede wo mawofo beso ha sa akofie yesra ba se omeboa enkwara no na enkwara nya ba bi ntena na omo nsua de na dan na omo so omo asinde yensi dan bia emfensi ha sei
chan it sa so ye be school ma che be 5 years de dan na tie enkwara no corona e ba enkwara na ka se cheche enkwara ni so ye ni classroom school ma tie sra ban na na kufu ado ne mpanifo so mo hwe dan no na omo nyama ye na adumanifo ye so ye ka Kumasifo ho
the assemblyman catcher minister in no document no umawie but it's not complete ti da mamba be hu no it's an so beto say okay me for aba several times abesha even getting to the latter part of last term you be makwan no buy be here so mo share government abandoned projects so mba ha be share na omoko ti yenim so moko mo eba be ya na so mo me ya if today anya bipa because kenim sen ko ma wie building go school in library wa ha in computer lab ti na PTA project in the purposely na sa na mani nyina wo but na am say ba ye me ba na obabi o ma si adwene ho anu ma adwene ni nti san say e ba say ma nkra ni ntua ska bia bi na ma na ka ho eno si make complaint to MP akache PT akache SMC omu nyina so mba ba ye hu adwuma nti twen ne twen so mba ba ya amaye so mba ya be boa pa because be boa me yetimi because computers good there ma I think latter part of last time the JHS for computers our best office ikwenya ba bi mfangu no computer lab nti abesa ko bo na akronfo so ba mpeso mbe wia kedikogu SMC PTA chairman fie on so se dan wo hia na wo se ko sa computers no so mba director mo mbe fa ko office tinanka sa PTA project o mutime ye nka ne o computer lab wo e wo library o man ka beketa for all sa ne ma we nyina nti ka o ma ya nka beboa ye pa
and you said your name penny phone se no PTA block na and PTA dues any sikanka kranka kana school jeje isi aban atwam no aka na nie bibi ne akua monto ankomo no so Godfrey anim enimedin bɛyɛ nhomasua bɛfa ne ntoma pɛfra wɔ asantemantam ho a ɛnam so amake me egusu amu biebie dwumaku ahodo bi yɛ classroom toilet facilities ɛwɔ schools ahodo ɛno mu ɛna wonwanfo sampan ɛde ato empelifo hwe schools ahodo ne adesuafo anim sɛ wɔhwɛ nkwa ne yie sɛ bɛyɛ a aban benya sika ɛde asi foforo ama wɔn
ɛnɛ yɛ enigi kɛse ɛde ma adumanuman ɛne adumanu school mu ase ɛsan sɛ nkura no asetena mu edume bi na ayɛ den ɛyɛ 2011 ɛna aban yɛ sɛ obisisi school dan ɛde amayɛ wɔ ase aban yɛ ntimi yɛnsi ɛna aban firi hɔ na aban foforɔ yɛ den ɛbaayɛ ɛdan no ebu awurade nko a nka eku nkɔlaa ne bi awurade yi nkɔlaa ne firi ɛna ɛnɛ awurade adom ɛyɛ keme ɛmeyɔ ɔmampanyin nana akufu ado aban so ɛna ɛnɛ wohwɛ saa de fɛfɛ wɔ yi a ɛnɛ de yi mpanyinfo ebebiye ano de amaye enti no omaye mo aban no bomaye na aban na se emaye nsan so ena keme asepa esan se enye keme a ankadan we sei anka ensi honum ena wo hwe keme so a obi a oda no eye owura na sampan ena da no enti no umaye mfa asitakese mfa ma owura sampan eni keme empanyfo na minyi me MP so emfrim eye owura asenso boache na mo no so emodembo enso na edan we so
ye hwemu a baby amofra ne betna esisi mu dada nkonwa no aye ready ti ye beda keme ase ne ada central government so ase say wa mayen ade fefe say yesha ye mofrey ombenya baabi atena ensuo to a embo wo mu biem ewia so nhye won ti ebema disua koso kama ama won a teacher for so ho beto wo we kire say ye mei ebetumi asua de na ye bi see results and so akoso results ye benya na ye papa edimu ama ye mofrey etumi anya SHS kama akọ sese ewia nhye wo mu bio ensuo mu wo mu bio ti ebema adesua eni adekire aye kama ewo mantemu nemom adefefa ya yesi hoi ye beden ni ahweso ama enchirima enso anya so ehon faso ni nyina etoje yen ya awofo teacherfo emofra sade esisi hoi nyese ochene bi yeba na obi ebu mpoma bi yakosoja obi ebu mpoma atena so ayesi so ana se yebeba ne de choka twro ho bidie sade efe ya momienye ni seya enkonwa ne sade esitie na yenkomra meto saa na yenchirima yenuanom ye namfofo so ba wo manya baabi atena esua de miko school bi obi tumi hyeda fa bibi na ode bo baabi pam ye mpene saa ye pese ye kama seya na daachi bia ye nyina ye nya ho faso ye besre mo head teacher fo e wa ha eni a teacher fo samonhwe mamofrey enhwe so yi emayen na sika foforo ba yetumi dia ye bi ewo baabi ama eho abanfa so
ekoba so mbe ye sa dan we amayen ya de amayen ni je pa na ja amayen dwuma ka se be ya ni enim se be take very long time ntino omo hye yen ebre no so ye no ehun se o ma wie dwuma de ni kama chama ye ni age pa be ma ye ho ahan yen ta so kwa class bi ankura ni bi wo ho mo ye 60 ebi 70 na wo ho ti ebetimi a check class no mu mienu ama teacher for na set mi aso mu nyina so kama enti ya de ye ni age ne pa adumanu teachers ne head teachers how I wa ha wa mo ba ma wo say yan to wo mfa ho enti de bia sa amanfo de ha yi kwan ni ebi wo kwa no pa beba na toilet or classroom you say adwuma bia ye jai ehoro ansane atoa so
yes school 6 unit classroom block which is the first phase yeah complete here and then ehon akohia say your commission na itimi to the second phase no so ya adepa Ignorant say education there. And ya dear say to na sakra. If you are make us a mere midnight and can you school partner me call ya and can be nimba beer midnight is a bray. And Tina maybe Madame Mambay MP no ma prioritize the education. Say Beboa ma yen you know so no. Almost so big to me as you are dear ye. And I chip in also no. Omobra ye. And Tina de Nigisem say Bibi say a coso. Na Kufuado are buying no education a priority. To say so obey a president no. So I never be a cry, na sebi. And education. In the Ghana sika better no. Or making sure say no don't want no ever come woman. Said yen you anam kutu mo da chinti na Kufuado. And then Tina and ne the free SHS. Aba in all secondary school, your school fees. Now the can say a compass so all secondary school ye. Nessa any answer what was so cry. And woman Suana was Suan or secondary school. The compass say wow you were Juma. And then education now when you know secondary school no wow bit me I were Juma. Send you a mason no. So we a plumber. And I a carpenter. Wow, bet me your business. Bet me your bookkeeping. Wow, records. Bet me application they are called bank and they are called support. Sana we are say on my kesi nyina sana omoye.
Dawru abribia benya akonya say yenkan hawa wo school man. Tena ne dika de toso your ball asem bia de ball abegu. And the toilet facility na ya de hia de kese. Higher Institute of Islamic Studies. Hey, and this one been a year free muso. This way a year free so said you na meta na say ma breaker. E was say me ko gina gate ho. Is say na nkola no bi be ko toilet. I just want ko outside. E kwan so da yenim he ya. Wan ko gina ho aka bitimi aba akola bi. The ma breaker na me gina gate ho na me hwe say into we dey abebe bo ama nkola no impi abonten. Ye teacher for so impi abonten. A year this work is here free. I am Shishia. The carbon test of Mokoto in the finish. Your challenge, I work in America, dear Tuja, your classrooms, your classrooms. Na Omasheba could be a seer, Omunya, a buying project, yes, came in penny for Moya, Nayin to me, and your compounds in Kibina, and your bare landscape on the school, no, I akono. Am I?
Kemi, any young. Your partners, a World Bank and the local government ministry. Two other most especially a woman Yabema in Puntu Abamu. And see an the kind could be section classroom blocker, Yadim Kunyani Bibia, a gum ewo adumenu. A share project na say bear Bosume Ngotini, and we phase one. And chair a bear Bosumentum, a bay. Yabekwa Sanko phase 2 no Emma Abrosano awie pepepe ya pese mofra no enya baabi pa etra wonu ma chechire fo ni nyina enya baabi a eye no mutena no mutimi esua de bi se nwoma sua man bia puntuo no ne fapem ene nwoma sua no ya free ho no yaba Islamic Institute of Higher Education ena yaba amakom ha ebehwe institutional toilets nso a yayama schools no we say aye hunu aye World Bank ne so yasene aye ama won ye mpese mofra no ebetwitwe meto da bia mutimi ko ba bi na kwae asem fufuro enti sanitation ministry ene aban ene assembly no nyina na kabo ma World Bank be so yasene say modern facility we ye fa mo so komu a ba bi a chechirefo no ebe yusu yo ba bi aseb bibi nti obi adidem e wo hunam emu ene wo ba bia ma ne mrantia no so ebeye wo mo ho eyie de de wo mu kra ne se meto da bia mo fra ne bi nkanka mayo ano o mutumi bu o munsa e wo school na aye bibia e wo ho nti anu nti no wo ma ye facility wo mu a aye changing rooms a bibisa eto abaya bia nya fie na first susu na ko school no say boys no mu di man rough and obi antumi ko di obi rough bia because e ba ya no obenya baabi aba besisa no ho e ma ye kamanti e be ye we say beboa ma disua ɛne adekyerɛ nso akɔso ɛwɔ Kumasi ɛne Ghana ɛno deɛ maka mpɛ sɛ mka biom ebi sɛ Ghana ha kame akɔyɛ sɛ adeɛ bi a ɛyɛ aban deɛ no ho de sɛ obi nsɛm a ofi sɛ aban deɛ nti na ho asɛm ɛnhia no ɛno nti baabi a akɔ bia no yɛtu wɔn fo sɛ sɛ mohwɛ nnɛ baabi a kɔyɛ hand over bia no headmaster wɔ hɔ no ana head teacher wɔ hɔ no yɛde hyɛ ne nsɛm sɛ ɔno yɛ solely responsible for the maintenance of the facility ɛho tekyima bia no ɔno ɛne yɛbɛbisa no yɛpɛ sɛ ɔmkorakora ne yie na ɔmhwɛ ne yie na baabia nso a ebi wɔn kankan schools akɛseɛ no community no so ehunu sɛ ɛyɛ ɔmo nyina agyapadeɛ ɛnyɛ hɔ na ɔmo bɛba bɛyɛ wi base ne ho nkeka ho akɔyɛ deɛ ɛmfata nti aka kyerɛ ɔmo unit committee members assembly members ɔmo nyina amoa na yɛhu sɛ yes adeɛ bi a ɛyɛ ɔman deɛ no ɛyɛ
nti wohwɛ old facility ana adesuafoɔ wɔ amokom obriabo a ɛmɛ basic school ɛkɔ so a ɛnɛ KMA for aba basic this facility ama ɔmo a ɛnyɛ nwanwasa ne headmaster ɔda school ya no ka sɛ ɔma de so pa ana adeɛ yɛ free hɔ Godfrey Anim ɛne medin Oyerepa television.
Abusiafo tete report mfi miensa besene kro as against afidie tebia na school dan ni womu ene de abamu sesia no eno ho asem eno no na enam so meya wo Kumasi yera sampan ene mpanimfo binum nyina mpanimfo akọ ya wakoye ho amane fefefe a wonam so adane ede ama mpanimfo yensem twani Godfrey Anim ene bo ansem nyina no ede ebaaye ye de aseda bema won so a wo hwe bie bibi wo mantamo bibi wo bro no so na enkoyie na pese ya sote na ye twingu afidie so na yedi nkomo Oyerepa de so nim so de ana de asem panyin ni bete ne na de sefata bia no omabeye e de afa ho e de amamo na omafo wadumanu ene ne mpota nyina ehunu atesem de a MP kura asenso boache ene panyimfo eka ho bie eto anamo akoye bibia efe na wadane e de ama wo mo ye sorry so a na de to so a ye de ebremo eye health and lifestyle with PSA ladi ye de asedabema kojak procode eye edro nwanwaso a wadwa so a whether year emfuturo wo mu bebrebe na kodo chiwa ompese obekọ bosome kura ne da so tew so utipai wo hwini suso nsuo na wansi Wedra any procode. Pebito drugstore be a ben wom nebo efo. Unye bi no mo a ebebo asisio. Kojak farm e wo kan hyi enkran. Drugstore lane or no na akofa na dodo de aba. Sara nso na kojak kuro ya edi kojak charcoal toothpaste nso. Edi abedwa so fluoride wom ebo se ho ban emese no eye den ebo anso esisi wanum clean utakrema so kama sensitive toothpaste ne so wo ho na ne mouthwash eno so ye kama ya ewo edwa so pebito na emoa o nsiesie wo pedodo eto a na wa frɛ 0244481341 0244481341 Bosheba Electricals wakofa nkane pa ne ho mprimpra ne nyina ede aba edwa so Bosheba nkane bi e chandelier corner light o gate light or wall light or garden light bedside lamp sports light CCTV camera de 360 degrees e wo fie ne nyina e ho afi owo digital video recorders or screw holders or floodlight or new money doors electricals ho new nyina bra edum outlets ni mi ensa nyina ewo edum PZ woni kigete Dubai ehwe ni mu na ante atakufo edan no emu ewo PZ won so outlet ni ba ko ho na ne kase pa no ewo Bosheba building prisons runabout baby Oyerepa TV eno Oyerepa FM we fie ya mu na owo upedodo tu afre 03220308338 and 0536095966 so kukaton no so eba so e free 16th nyame yadme fiada ebe edi kosi the next 20 days into March ho baby chef abena kwatema ene Oyerepa TV na Knox Hotel waso kwa na akaboma sister mackerel aso na sinemu ebi na sister sunflower oil nso emebusuye nyina mackerel ene ni sardine ede anunsu ede good ema mofra ne mpani nyina upedodo atu afre 0244361919 0244361919 Express Group nso ka ho bi asomu upeso otu kwan kosua de abrochire o de o peso ye tourist na eno so kohwehwe tutu kwan kohwehwe abrochire amaya hodo bi so a woni Express Group nkasa o visa je o ticketing ne reservation nyina ombeye ho adwuma e de ama wo we cha kwan wo telephone so 0242 747234 0242 747234 ananso 0500 549523 eso number simu bia be frɛ no ye bejo so ye kan mo say ene agenda no yewra lanchematen ene Kwesi Pakawosen ene kwotwetwe nkomo ye de bebrɛ mo na ansa ne no beba no ye de to so health and lifestyle with PC Ladi midin e de Akua Asieduaa me da mo nyina semakra mo Christ asomdwe enka mo nyina.
Collins Bonsu, happy birthday to you.
Thank you, and happy birthday to you too, and our cherished viewers. Yes.
And the odrasam and Ghana Crano, they say a chocolate day. Inti unya chocolate be I know what time will be. Yanka was a chocolate, you know, a cocoa home for swapa, a cocoa no dear, a boa emma, unya pomade. Inti no councillor. And never them some come over where council idea who futu still me di kaka no enra ye call Ace Commission and no mukodi nkomo na no mukasa ampa se drum say a condom shot 2 yare ekosro HIV AIDS ekosro pa Washanti region hanomo a ipadodo no HIV AIDS etu ye wan gen se sebudu wa hemu e obeso wa hemu Valentine's Day dia chinchin a obaba na ya ba kaka so a wa se edwa se bibia nti eno no eye adesede aye kasa kire ye ho na councillor love matters odo asem ye kan odo asem a ene de
yo PC nyankopon nhira ye chia ahofo nyina mo bia happy Valentine's Day na odo asem de ho hia pa also love is everything and it is the greatest thing
odo ya de nyina no ene mukasi
mukasi me dase adofo no mo say tembia no abrabo a eboyi ewo ne nyina so ne nhyehyeye the life we are living has foundations and principles inti se yeshia se ya na ye pese ye twon adwene sisu se eya susuhwe wotebea ene tebea ye wo mu as a nation as a community na abrabo nhyehyeye a yesua ho ade no enye wo se entimi enya adwuma PC de me pesa ahwefo ye hye ne so ye se ne ye beka bia sesi eye sede nka ese yete abrabo asefa se ka odo asem a ndi wo hwe ya wo de mesre rade se obebie ye ntiase ani na kakra be ka no wo betimi de ho atoso na ade adidwuma ebi se odo hia na odo ena ebibi afapem. Love is the foundation of everything. And he said, Oko Bible, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13. I say, and now, faith, hope, and love, the greatest of all. Yeah, and the greatest of all love, which is charity. And the American me more mitrim na America. Nyamia semwa etimoda. Okay, can Psalm 119:96. Psalm 119:96. Was it nothing is perfect except His word or His command? 1 John 5:3. Was it this is the love that we will keep His command, for His command is not burdensome. Was it odonini? Yes. Na nemra or anasa na shede. Yes, enyedu. Ndi adofo ene ye eda onse wiase nyina ede asi wo a ye kai odobi a owura bi yi nati so na sede na ye sha se otu ye fo no when the purpose of something is not known, abuse is inevitable.
Sadie bi ni dwuma wo se adidie bi ehuna yes ye no ma se no
sa so penyin doctor Mensa Wotabel emre bi o kan say o hwe mu na ade na ya akoyese when the purpose of something is ignored,
say ye di free ade bi botaye so
is inevitable. I just say yenim Valentine Day say enye ayase isem say wo ko kire wo do a kire obi ewo enakwa so enye sa na kire nti ede na yese wo dada wo ana am obi dada wo na enne de na pese o kire odo kire ne se wo don obi kura de utimi ka se enne prove your love so do me dia prove ne bara no pe me ka kire se ntisa na enye se obi na dada wa na wo dada wo nti enhye ne so sa na hintasem ewo PCA odo asem say once God created us to receive love and to give love to each other.
Ready boy say yenye odo yen fa odo ema
yes, and the more you give love, the more you receive love.
Predudu a odi odo ema no sam prekro no na wonya odo no
nhwemu kakra ma ye wo ye dada setrem ye say empempi yemu bebre ye kire odo abra nipa eko ahohihiem obi eko ahohihiem. But love should not only be given when someone is in bad situation.
Yese be mo bi akwa atiti mu ansa na che no odo.
We can also give love when people are enjoy.
Se nipa wani je mu a e betu ya kire odo.
Se Cote d'Ivoire for every cause for imagine e nyina kire odo de nyina ni age. But ya no when people are enjoy, when people are making it on say as a amoya bi the view say amoya no as a amoya no na ya na etadadi so ndi na eyada strong kokra is symbolic but ye hunu say odo e ka abrabon. You see, a man is a spirit. Yeah, man has a soul and he lives in a body.
And what's in the
yes. Now yakra no the tripartite element of the soul is your mind, your emotion, and your will.
Okra no bohomians and
yes. Nabosuo no nyama miensa na
ayebasakro.
Yes.
Nabosuo na ayebasakro. Ya wadwene ka ho.
Yes, watenka na ope. Na odo ayeka ho asem na wo watenka mu. Ndi unipa bia hia odo. Na enyo uhia odo no nko a wonso yesa o ma odo. So that's it. Ndi ye ekristofo said can say you cannot give love when you have not received love from God our Father in heaven. So that's it. Now also no done there. When you because agape and unconditional love. it does not depend on anything. Can happen. One manifestation of love is kindness.
So,
yeah. No, that one will be goodness. Kindness. I am here. Yes, I am here. So, you will be adoye. And I will just say, I am here. No, you see that. I am here. Yes, sir. May you adoya. Many songs will be to me. When you yes. When you show kindness with an expectation, it's not kindness, it's business.
So you'll be for Pana baby. Send the mommy send it.
And say, we move beyond the Nakas midi soon. Once a woman at the end, we are showing good. By Yamian, say you do it generously. One family men fin different between goodness and kindness. Yes. On the basis say be our soft be na ma direction. E do kokora na on say nye direction anka onko. No nya odo. Na odo hia o. Odo empuntuo fapem. Odo asomdue fapem. Odo kroye fapem. Odo bibia fapem. Enti yen no do ye ho. Enti okinkan Romans chapter 9 verse 12 or and say odo no kwa say nyatwum as love should not be hypocritical. So they say enti anopai enya na nkwa na say ye to chocolate edeche if be unsolicited showing of love. Say chocolate nyan nkwa no beton. Any other day when you feel to share love or to show love, with me. So they say, with me. Achire wodo. Achire wunia. With me ato bibi amano. Eba say anya bibi sonku bia o. Nipa dia ope. Obu okra hanky keke. Obu okra pen. Obi oha me say me onza me chobuku. Oh, enti yenti ase say baby a odo no asomdwe ho enije ho fa hodie ho kroye ho empuntu ho
yema odo ntena ho.
Yes, so fa o man ya eduru bi a enema bi a esenke showcase strongly as a nation. Say be a your spouse ya there nyina sometimes no say your support na divisive. On say yen kan hu momuye emfa support ma ade a eso be bamfa so ama o man ni nyina na enyo man nko enwuma ahodo. So they say adwumayefo adwuma ya gye atom se be ye no yen kire do PC yes ye kire do if be false projection and evil projection. So no be adwuma nyame adaroma ebia adoma chede na owo no the skill no so unique bo adwuma no but who project senka on fail and backfire
ochuna wo form
ochuna on say enyo odo kan ndi na ye celebrated this important occasion. I was here ni be ho so say nyame aboye na odo aka ye ho. Please, you cannot offer any meaningful sacrifice without love, because love precedes sacrifice. John 3:16 said the unyankopon edo wiase. So there's a said the unyankopon edo wiase and the bar or no the holy son and what in my so we be on ya dangwa. You cannot even sacrifice without love. So and the odo die
so no obi a timi mo afore ma no
we be ka se na odo a mo ka ho asem no said na me ka yam ye ka ho no wo se odo me ma no so odo ne yam ye odo agi bibia di odo enkai mfonso obi aye. So they say odo ehwe nkunimdie enti if you love someone then one ni kudi agobo na ade nyinsa be ko wi mu so kire say Valentine Day bia na ana ne 9 months later no empty wa nyinsa awo bibira eba no
venereal diseases.
Yes. And why do you prove your love by destroying your fellow? That's it's a gross, yes, it's a gross deception.
Who for ni bi obi aye Valentine's Day no wo twene ben no na etwa mu wie no Valentine's Day no no mu chesi oba no oba bi Valentine ni twem no oba no mu chesi edinyi se chesi be ma no odwane
also mo aho edi ba bia odo aye kan wasem efie adwumam yempotem ba bia ubedru bia no you need to have that understanding say as unya santi ase ne say odo mi mu na se mepe odo if you want to demand love you have to first give because we are to give love and to give love we have to also receive it so yes mutual the more you give the more you receive
enya parasitic
yes and no yes there me person me shimu kana pa say me enkyere dong abra nipa wo ahohihia bone mu nko ase won say
ohesika no akwache no ba bi nko a
yes
obo onso anu wo nya bibi ma wo mu se wo hia enne nipa no nso meni mo obi ye ne papa ense mo ka di ache nipa ne de ade ma na we obetumadu we wo pemaye ebi ate aduane ama no kura we wo pemaye mbode obeche na de a we kura no enne no wo cha de a kamsala enye easy wo de ade ache obi a wadwe mi obebre obu okura na wo de ade ne che no obu se wabu na bomfia ana obu no senti until say nipa no bohu se wo wa ho hia ma na all sra de no de ma na obeje no na wo so wo de ama no
de okay etisa but empimpi nye no kwasem say no ho akra na yenye ne papa bone adoson wo you see it's a matter of heart
no bu o ma na ade
okay can 1 Timothy chapter 1 verse 5 or said the goal of the command is love which comes from a pure heart a clear conscience and a sincere faith and he said wono wakuma mu fine wadwini mu for na wo yi obi papa said ya ka say wo ye ne papa kro betimi atu ado na nya dwuma na zenka pese ye wiase nke nyina yawu de so they you see adofno momma ye nya ahotoso ewo awrade asemu ene asetena we mu se sese ye wa ha ya pese ha ye hyiren wo de yenum asabetaka yenum light sese sum na beba enti adofno senke sum aduru wiase anka ye nte ase wo modem a wo bo se obehyo ehan no eno na yete ase enti moma ye nhye ye hu nkran se na ye ka odo asemu yi mo obi anka se na odo asa because odo ensa it is part of our creation. Yes, and we need to express it. Yes, it's a personal choice. One is a responsibility. You have to activate and express it. It is a one who jitun so be na mso jitun so me ya. Once ye nyina na tem bia no sa hu papa mu nyina ne befiri ho. But say ya fa na say oh ene odasa odoni ho a enye no kore. Odon sign.
Councillor Collins Bonsu futu 4 and our church no enti Valentine's Day you be papa Statement Wellness Limited o machine no yesi ugina so a wo su ni paduane vibrate ma moja ndi afisa ne ko ba bia ne wakoma boyie eti se de why exercise pa eti se de why exercise wa tumrika wa mal aba enti abra bia ho den a wo se wunya free exercise mo no ugina machine so a machine no ma wo sa ho den no enti you obi a wo insomnia na ho ye wo den a eboa correct wo sciatica ebeboa pa wo diabetic wo stroke patient titru ema moja no flow ye e woni padua no mu kama onsan yo tititi onan no yo tititi moja no flow ye unya bia ebeboa pa enti yenya brenye exercise na eboa pa ema nerves ni nyina ye kama ema skin ye fe obi ahia bi e wo fie sanse exercise de obi ahia bi se wanye exercise a untem enti afidie we ne beba ba ye sa de no ama ugina so a vibrate ma ni padua no feel se why exercise na wunya exercise one hode no every companion machine no emo fra was 0247 88 2362 0247 88 2362 0247 88 2362 0247 88 2362 0208 61 22 38 0208 61 22 38 0208 61 22 38 0208 61 22 38. If a V wash Big Maron Pharmacy and lactic acid and aloe vera e wo mu a eboa eyi nkabon e bia siesie ho kama titi wakwa feature free mo no. If a V wash baby a ton enro bia e bi ho and afi cosmetic shops upe bi etu a okanshi drug lane ubenya bi etu e wo ho abet adepa edan ni mo a adepa building ho a Kumasi Stadium Brigina TI Amas kwine so 0249 67 45 63 0249 67 45 63 and 0249 930805 0249 930805. Councillor, you breno as
ya kodia ya papa ajima ono yire ya woshimu. Your love is contagious.
Yeah.
Me papa JK Ajima Chelsea House on Mami Grace Royal Andrew Kufubuku manager me chia mu nyina PDF for a student nyina ya mobia happy Valentine. Love is everything and it is the greatest thing. You cannot show without having from the Lord.
Okay.
That is why you need Jesus, the master of love.
Yes.
So that you can also show love. My number is 0244
0244
967
967
965
965
0244
0244
967
967
965
965.
It is always a blessing to be here.
Thank you. It's a blessing having you.
Yeah.
It has many thanks. It has a Councillor Collins Bonsu and Penny Nadijumano. Of course, see your PDF. Opeso ye international exams bi e hwa futuo bi e hwa upe books nso e hwa nyameso nso ye hwa computer addition ye hwa bi bia oye bi ya da mo asepa ye change over me move over Kwesi Park Wilson e take over o dem cross over encantadios.
The OBT agenda, that is Oyerepa first time agenda within the Kwesi Parker Wilson. We are in 2024, and of course, in an exam. I don't know, is it November or December? Whatever way, Toba. Na NDC candidates when name our can MPP presidential candidate any name can now there's another presidential aspirant. The leader and founder of the movement of change. Honorable Alan Kojo John Chairman 10. Any name and senior just about last week or the National Economic Summit by, and it is important to note that a non-partisan dialogue of course. Movenpick Hotel, or cry, but I was there myself. It's been when they are coursing now. And Misakano, if it is so nafe, maybe some about communion and sabi how things went. Then almost share a baby salon. Let me introduce to you the presidential aspirant at the movement for change. Honorable, right there, that's to say, when you're ready, am I? Now, Messama official pass, official part. Exactly. It's a thing I feel.
Time I bar station and December.
It was before December, crowd.
Before December.
It was before December, yes. And since then, I'm saying, sign share him.
Oh, yes.
I finished, And we're hoping that by next time, by this time, there, now for more cabinet every.
Oh, okay, my memo, you people now. Science so one maybe I chair a voters, by this year, no. Not just say
former cabinet, because I said trouble in December, January, it was February. And I can cabinet that you let's talk about the National Economic Summit. You say, well organized program. I'm for Oyerepa, good time penny for the cross again penny for Tuesday penny for they were there. Ubia Afina or Tiwasem. What was the rationale behind it? Then now she say, obey with the National Economic Summit.
So we Ghana for the Dona Omukwado say in Ghana, Sema Koso Emaimo. You prefer freedom. Na ya kaya pina boom. Na ya pina kope. Kwe befa so EBCC Ghana. Omahwe ni mwa nothing is happening. The politics in Ghana ni akwa NDC and MPP. Ubi radio NDC as MPP. Bibia Ghana ntokwa. Yemu se no so ema Ghana yenko yenim. A movement for change. You fappen the Dikan Pahani say, you be Kagana boom. Now you bet me a fair Akua Asieduaa, Edinabinaba, Yatwatua, near the Ebu Omano. And Sana, ye fappen Jeria. Nasi Sika Sem economy of Ghana now is in crisis. Now I will take the lead. Now, in freedom, many parties no go and ABC. Different party for different parties, big or small. Then, one more economy no impact on another affect your local a business community. A TUC for a software, a handful, one more a charge. Our adria yedi disankoboy then you can now the national issues the entire economy na kofom then kambo that was the main reason here it is also bad
of course
TUC Secretary General parties we have the representatives of all the parties by now a business community AGI, Guta, Omuna, Chamber of Commerce, Omuna by. Also, of
course. What TC for the Secretary General was there.
Yes, absolutely. Say, yes, I did a year, 2 years before. Kebia, Nanka, Semia Ama, Esiama economy. From San Ibiana Kama. Say a Baba Kra, Naka, just ya, going to say, this is how we are going to confront issues now about.
Okay.
And now obeying to me, with the emissions levy about so with the check, not going home together. To what will be the basis? Say, Munina Maka, Bomo, Magina. That will be the fair to say, abide you about. I
see.
That is the only non-partisan approach to politics. Me person
getting one on board.
Yes, me person introduce into our political.
As young as I am, the year 2000, about now from President Kufuor, then Kufo, or Babem. Now one of the things that Namuka said, she was sitting on top of her, and that was very key. What it means is that the elections are not a border on economy.
Yes.
It's in the busiest election in 2024. Obviously, they will border on economy.
Yes.
So, from you, a normal specifics bring and subject national. But in the boss, one will say, and nobody to me are transforming a Ghanaian economy. So, we need part about 2025.
Answer my purpose with you. Apart from say, ye can't walk, they actually Ghana. So, Ghana for no so to do your more councils come on, say, party manifestos. Don't say, election members here,
right.
Manifesto near promises. Now, we tear partners a promises no do and you're backed by any plan. And say, or make or your promise here, maybe 2 million. I say now, or say, may check. Yeah, and
that's a roadmap. Manifest that was a roadmap. It's a GTP.
The promise without a plan. It doesn't say much.
Okay.
So, for example, so I say I'll reduce taxes. It's a promise.
Right.
How you are going to do the and you know, so one fan can one. Nobody can really determine the validity of their whole idea now they are about what we know.
Right.
Until we check Ghana for now, they want to move beyond the premises.
Okay.
They need a plan. The second reason Ghana summit today here is we need a plan beyond the party manifestos. There's a planner who no over so so 4 years so 8 years so now it is a what may implement part of the plan. The third reason now is she say Ghana for the dollar Utioma she say say they don't see any light at the end of the tunnel.
True.
And not say samity say utie the course now. So you Ghana you so you foreigner particularly investor. No utie the for can say in the next 2-3 years saying that you better there. Not one will say I dare not cheer. So and that there's still hope.
Okay.
Basically, these were part of the reasons.
But
specifically, so look at economy. They can say there are about 5 areas I see it to be interrogated.
Okay.
Number one, the level of debt. Number two, inflation.
Okay.
Number three, we share the taxes. As they say, we are complaining about taxes. Number four, say interest rates. Business behind you are, I mean, you are going to be a survival. And I face you so the state of our currency.
Okay.
Because say no, say currency no any more dear. A European we are because the currency affects almost every aspect of life. Until so we shall let's say there 5 or 6 areas in respect of the economy. And no, it was a major part of the discussion.
Okay.
Now I'm continuing say I think now you have problems and taxes are so high, and interest rates are so high. The summit was about solutions.
Right.
Yes, as for the problems, but there are solutions and a movement for change. Or they go acquire more or say, what for don't say, or discusses our solutions. Say, that's a movement for change and back into government. Normally say this is the plan going forward. And she said, the say, let's start with taxes.
I'm going to talk about tax and I say inflation because UTA businesses now. All the things that taxes and inflation.
Yes.
It's in the taxes.
Social taxes.
What's the plan for taxes?
Social taxes here. Ghana. The number of taxes, any levies, any charges, three different things.
Taxes,
levies and charges. So Kabomwa, Ghana for one of the countries of charges, taxes, levies, many countries. Now, the reason why Abanasane say, they are concentrating on their friend indirect taxes. So, Ukranoma, duty, and be a part of the indirect taxes. Now, for a very long time, the focus of your tax system or structure is to mobilize more revenue from port duties and now I know woman say ultimately a support to now create jobs. Now say duties, the taxes, the charges, the levies, and also then your companies cannot become competitive. So if they are not competitive, now I don't know. Also, so they cannot increase production or increase production. So they say they can't create jobs. Now, instead of relying on that, you reduce as much as possible the taxes, duties, and charges, particularly port charges. In the
reduction of taxes.
The companies can grow, and then when they grow, they will make profits. They become competitive. Yeah. When they become competitive, then they can employ more. And then government then will tax them. So it's the other way around. It's the other way around. It is all the mature economies now. All the mature economies now. The focus of our tax system now is more on the direct taxes, and not indirect. The taxes in the form. And they also we raise taxes, but there will be total confusion. And the focus is on direct taxes because I'm not reducing taxes. I'm a business is a cost. No more real. Now we are profit and sana direct tax. And I face to say, you want to cost no create more jobs. So to your personal income tax. And only pay until you get more from corporate taxes and then also from indirect income, direct income tax. Oh, and no said, Usha, Emma, Obia complaining, say, duties, port duties, is because the tax system, you see it. See, the issue is not, maybe tax, maybe duty, in the first, those taxes should not have been there in the first place. Because, so we restructure our tax system now. Now we reduce taxes as a matter of principle now. It's our problem seeing number. Number two, so I say, and also duties, the taxes, the charges here high. There's no appetite for companies to pay taxes. Now say about from there, says so will be and also now buying a development. Say apart from one, no suit here, let's say I committed. I can tell you, say if we re-engineer yes, a tax structure now, businesses will pay more taxes than even if they did.
But there's one electorate which is the informal sector. Economists, they raise concerns about it. So you're not able to tap into that area.
No, but you see, the point is that Argentina informal sector is so large.
Yeah.
Why? It is because Obia or any small business via or register as a company or sole proprietorship. No small business because the moment Obey say or any formal business I register general. Now I pay tax no. Ebe kone ti say ono ebe ye the formal the business informal no I feel obey the formal business now I feel the taxes ebe go no so dia say no be remain the chona so what I say the way to do it now is to make sure say you reduce the taxes through this new tax structure now then the informal businesses they will feel motivated now to formalize because no him say or call registrar general say a person will move from a sole proprietor to a limited liability company. Yeah, taxes so the tax structure is not an incentive, a disincentive. So because the point is that we are sole proprietor. Okay. So into the informal sector, I'm more one. So be a micro enterprise, but that's the idea. Say who percent business cost now will register properly. Now person will register properly, and the Bemonia bank access to bank, and you know what degree, and then Bema will do no to me so exports here. Now one ever import to be flow. We need formal structure there. Okay. And the best way to formalize is to change the tax structure because the tax is not ever formal. So
two quick things here. It's one after whatever. So the danger of what you are saying is that we price ourselves out of the competition.
We price ourselves out of the competition.
Because more Ghanaian product. Yes. Now the real danger here is your IMF. Yes. Now we need election now back 2025. Still not IMF no. Yes. One of the key conditions say we raise revenue. Yes. We make us okay. IMF for probably if they're not going to reduce the taxes because we need more. So that we generate revenue. Yes. It's not that within that first 20
because of the IMF program for 3 years.
Exactly.
And the conditions are on the mountain. Almost I would say, so raising this level of revenue, and I'm a now. Say, how to raise it to? Except which the raise the revenue. And if your approach is to increase the taxes to raise the revenue, and not sustainable because you will also be killing your businesses. Because I know for the moment what I was saying, answer this kind of amount, raise your revenue, and I'm a boy. We raise your revenue, then will say you don't need to borrow because you are getting more revenue. You can finance expenditure doing here, but they will not dictate to you
how acquire the first obey.
And the one I said would take a decision. Say the making. Do I just pile up more taxes because I can say raise your revenue, and now I said restructure the tax system. Say the making so that you bring more people into the tax net, and I feel so by reducing taxes, you actually incentivize people to pay more. Because what change taxes there? And I don't know what is happening in other countries. The countries that have succeeded. I have one say tax structure is different from the tax structure. They allow companies to compete by reducing taxes. Say the payer or we are more competitive. Or we are more competitive, then you can tax. So you get more tax revenue from profits and then also from income tax. Because you create more jobs. And I don't know they say, oh, this a package I may make acquire. Now which are
more feasible.
And they are more feasible and more sustainable. So make sure say, yes, this is satisfactory to us. Now, who catch us a one first argument, now catch us so or say raise your revenue. Now what are going to say? The only way you can raise revenue is to bring emissions tax, introduce this tax. So they will not stop you. But in the long run, people fight against it.
In your case, Ghana for worker reduction.
Yeah.
And reduction is different from say free.
Yeah.
But is there going to be a case that there are currently taxes be or government, will be free? Is there
so as part of this restructuring and re-engineering, so our taxes in the Wunia, and so if you name one, yes, we have free on because we free one. No one find new system, ama. Not still a Wunia revenue, okay, to the American. But there's no structure, new structure to create more revenue. And no American. So what I say, we have because a nuisance tax.
Right.
But you need a new system one. And no would now incentivize people to pay.
Okay. So the guarantee is that some taxes be taxes be free.
Yes, but I'll change the system back to back.
Okay.
So what I say, there's a uli and there's why back to back. In fact, we reduce now we change so that we budget now your revenue target from indirect taxes will be lower than from direct taxes. The budget now we revenue from the port duties. So what I say, this time it will be different. Then budget we say there's reduce taxes to the barest minimum. A bit businesses are survival.
Okay.
Then rather the calculation will be based on that you get more companies to pay tax, almost tax. Number two, you get more from direct taxes.
Okay. How about issues of tax waivers?
And tax waivers is very important.
Because it's been a headache for Ghana for Parliament.
And also, it is a wrong, I think, a wrong way to deal with that tax issue. Because, yes, there are exemptions. We don't say undeserved exemption.
Okay.
That is a misapplication
of the waiver.
Okay. And that's a different thing. And many of that are misapplication.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that exemptions the value of exemptions will be a economy as your number one focus was how can I make the private sector work?
True.
How can I make businesses more competitive? That's what I say. And he said exemptions and ebema businesses are almost qualifying. You have to qualify for the exemptions. And ebema more competitive there. Then the exemptions will become a more, I think, positive policy initiative. Rather than and I'm saying, it's what I would say is it's in an inappropriate way. It's a lazy way of dealing with the problem.
Okay.
Because exemptions you are killing some of the businesses now. Exemptions unity. And Emma competitive. And exemptions no. In fact, the reason why we are more competitive and we export to more is because of these exemptions.
Okay.
To their businesses. Exemptions is but they can support the exemptions because Emma or businesses are more competitive. And to exempt now we increase production or prices from to get my export.
Okay.
But I get it. So you are competing both in the local market, the export market.
Exactly.
Then fan say who produce who produce now.
Simple as that.
So you reduce so now for producing water. Say your more exemption. Say exemption. Now it's a cost of production. Your cost of production. The cost of production one. Now your prices is over there. Right. And now to me, I increase production.
Production.
It will increase your production. we say why are more competitive than Obia or producing another country on exemptions. And to make my export more. And to be a water, you produce water with the exemptions, they can capture the whole of West African market.
Because prices, prices, amount for patronizing more
because revenue back. Export revenue back. Now, HSN no so no the finance. Then also stabilize economy. And so if you misunderstand the value of exemptions, you are creating further problems for but there is application of exemptions policy there. I don't know there is nothing to be tolerated. Obi a undeserved exemption. For example, also I want to increase exports. Obi a we ABCD. You know say product here we export potential. Exemptions. Because what you are also going to get from the exemptions. The exemptions will offset the revenue of the free that will offset the exemptions. And you also no and yet BPR exemptions is not for every sector. It will be for exports. Also, maybe one day see one factory buy. And you say now you make exemptions. There are exemptions because the program or the policy was to create more industries throughout the country and also to be able to export. And the normal exemptions are who benefit will outweigh the cost of the exemptions. But the last point about this, and he said, if there is rampant corruption, if there are serious leakages, in the ports, any idea it is a conform duty no guana. If you plug that one, if you plug leakages from a duty leakages, if you plug that, not corruption, whether it is through government procurement, now plug revenue leakages now. It means he said your revenue will go up. Yeah, logical. Yeah, and they're very logical. And you as a government contract. OBN said the loopholes in our procurement law means he said the value for money it is not there. Right. It is a OBN low to 10%. Finance fee and now contract there. So by the time I approve a contract, government revenue, so contract they say government $100 for the contractor, possibly $300 for the contract for the same job. It means your government is paying out $200 more for the same job to somebody's pocket. It's not just say you are empowering a corrupt person and disempowering the country. Corruption. Yes, because the effect of revenue leakage is so stopping any reducing corruption. It will help us increase our revenue.
Right. And therefore, the presidential aspirant at the movement for change. Honorable Alan Kojo John Chairman 10, of course, the National Economic Summit in Wasamana, and all this is all come it fits into the GTP, the Great Transformation Plan. Obakai a few years ago, you go through the documents in Nyaoka. Now, Honorable, last 2 years, that is 2022, one of the biggest headache for Ghanaians up to last year was inflation.
Yes.
Mama for complaining. Like obiji salary be 3,000. Yeah. Inflation quite to be half of it. Yes. It did not do 3,000, but the actual real tangible money be 1,000.
Yeah.
Ghanaians today person would take from you how are they solving inflation was it? Especially food inflation. Because it is mainly their headaches. The brain of Ghana will get a leader, a president of the boy in terms of inflation. Because it also says here, a question get the better. It's still a shadow of a job, but how do we reconcile it?
Yeah, so we have been very specific because of movement for very specific about the solutions for inflation. My explaining taxes. Inflation, the way I calculate inflation, yes, it will be a fair basket of goods. True. Yes, it be a say Ghana, it be a normal 10, and a cabo near the calculate inflation. If you say body banking, pure water, that's it. Some may now for a tie a use. And no prices, no, and I did more check it. Say, sir, normal do the calculated inflation. Say, the work cost, that's a inflation was soon. Sandy calculated, and yet, dear, we will be and all but I move the inflation. And one is a yes, I say contain yes, you are. And you say, no more do in a general so at the prices, general prices. It's of course our basket in more. The number of items in our basket, they also plan food. Food inflation, no. Very it is a food inflation higher. General level of inflation will be higher. True. To also reduce inflation, you must bring food prices down. And the solution is number one: bring food prices down. But how do you do it? Number one, say we reduce food prices. You have to increase food production. And productivity. So, before I say no, 1 acre. Now, we try grow price and that cost of production, no, because we don't 1 acre, no, it will be different from say 1,000 acres. But for an economies of scale, so we produce more. Prices not ever sir, and a very simple aim. And when you say you perceive reduce food prices we must gradually move from small scale farming to large scale commercial farming. Okay. Don't get me wrong. And don't say we will do away with small scale farming. So you are moving away to at least transition. And just say you increase, you support the farmers, you know, to increase more production capacity. Okay. And you have to specifically so attract large scale farmers because America for ain't gonna happen by chance. So you have to provide incentives for people to go into large scale farming. I buy the more musically resources. Exemptions, no. Exemptions, any other incentives. Because what you will be able to say back. We'll be our own right. Say government in your signal can say, hey, you have said the entire was no say you produce only on a small scale. They say we want now to attract people to go into large scale farming. Now, number one, the Ebony say, we'll be a person go into large scale farming. Interest rate are for you know. Instead of 35%, we will get 10%. Right. So, and I said, I buy air now. Number two, so who identify maybe a person here for now. Government will intervene with the traditional authorities, you know, and find an arrangement. Say 10,000 acres now, person here. One quite a bit informal. But I buy a bit to me, I intervene between you and you know. Say guarantees be normal price over the moment. Now I don't know who say no. I feel so the beer because we got into large scale farming. The beer more other incentives. The beer seedlings. The beer say all the major. Yeah. Also, say we try to do the same thing under the planting for food. Like so for small scale. If they are it was good. What do you okay? Because I'm thinking about Nawuking. The more that we be supported or intervene for large scale farming. It's so simple. I see. It's a question of policy leadership. Okay. If if you have the right policies, also when they are threatening the agriculture program, export to rice, export to it is because of this government and support to large scale commercial farming. That is only it is a picture no on tisa ideas no so the exemptions you are actually killing the environment for people to go into, because if you don't produce on large scale now, your prices will not go down. Yeah. Inflation would always.
Which I agree. Yeah.
It is a genuine government. The biggest weapon of government is policy.
Right.
Ultimately use policy. No, incentives to make people see like also when it comes to say the bank say man chance na make say this is my approach to agriculture. The boss say one day now media they say show in a park and a park. Meanwhile, the same thing. One day, who said you put 2 years. Because of the incentives, let's say it is the same thing. If you apply that incentives now,
but okay, it's not just about them. Of course, last year, but then again, I say you want to deal with the issue of wastage.
Yes.
In the in your farm produce,
yes.
Bibia, the best store on there.
Just one. Say. Increase agricultural production and productivity.
Exactly.
They become a production. Productivity part, research and technology. If it's a main say, bro, one variety be be 5 bags per acre.
Okay.
So what the new variety be more output instead of the same 1 acre, instead of 5 bags, if you have to be at 10 acres, so 10 bags from the same acre. So it will not put a question of increasing the farm sizing. We have a question of becoming more productive with my friend agronomy.
Okay.
Making sure the soil you plant in the right soil environment. Let's say a now could be so I said we are directed to the soil
to make test the soil
this is the best place at which government provided that direction.
That's huge investment, that's quite huge.
They're huge, because
you basically need a resources to do all this that okay,
they say CSIR, some research institute, they are there. They are there. So people supposed to be there now. They say because a buyer must signal. Say they want you to increase production and productivity. They are two sides of the same coin. So I say, who increase acreage? Now who increase the output from that acreage? And this time they buy. But any additional cost to be so research or more. Even I make a bank so research and plant varieties. Seed varieties.
That's great.
I feel so irrigation. Irrigated land. And no one said, without irrigation, we have 5 with my 5 acres. With irrigation, we are with my 50 acres. So but our approach to irrigation has also been wrong because we have large scale irrigation facilities are. We will say and yet tied to. But the solution, additional solution, movement for change, apart from increasing the size of farms, is also to create what we call agro parks. Agro parks, and not just it's also there will be here for industrial parks. For manufacturing, we create a large will be also a manufacturing piano. Not just say, Ubenya Sasi. A whole electricity or water ho bibia eno no make manufacturing easy any industrial park. Say we have proposed the creation of agro parks. Agro parks, and also a large enclave and also nearby never you or support the private sector to create these agro parks. To be a local region, be able to say that it be 50,000 acres. 50,000 acres, Now, I just say you're making sure about road infrastructure, alcohol, electricity, alcohol, the
on-site infrastructure,
and processing facilities. And who create agro parks now? One more a bed dog or agro park. Not one per almost a install processing facilities within the agro parks. It's better who call agro parking one. Your raw material supply. They are saying now who call coffee raw material every baby. BBI planned as part of the agro parks. It's a major policy. Mobile for change. I say and also but they can't apart from agro parks. What was it? So far. Food prices are. Say, I can't say the better food prices are
no, yes, now automatically will trigger a reduction.
The most important aspect I can say food distribution and marketing.
Okay.
Oh, say, Okoto Bayre, Ewo, Ibia Simusia. If you are not 10 tubers, no, if you are 10 cities. So, now, the same 10 tubers, you know, would be look Kwesi Juma. Instead of 10 cities, they're 100 cities. Who be saying, oh, my transportation
exactly for the
idea. I don't think so. Per se, instead of 10 times the cost, no, Kwesi Juma, who say go for my now, the transportation of food items, you know, from the farms to the, I said, I buying any basso.
It's about buying the bayana.
I said, American, but no, road infrastructure plan. You make sure say you put more emphasis on roads.
Eco farm gate,
now go asphalt. Produce Did you make anything out of it? No,
because the reality today is that. The reality is that. Asphalt, that's true.
That's right. We are making asphalt. The cost of a can ultimately make sure say farm roads now it's a chain. Aduane buy now or did the abeto suna or no case because of transport costs. Immediately we need any idea. Because what reduce transportation and logistics costs. So all of the major because it's a major part of the cost of food.
Farmers should be happy with this policy because
the distribution and marketing part of it is very important. What we say Ukoye na afi Ukofa eduane no ba. We say Obia even say a road no ye kran pa through profiteering ninti no. Ono no oba chokofa na 10 cedis kra.
Also turn 50.
Turn 50. Even a road no ye kra. And you profiteering. Just sani pa no. Ono na say open kwan bia ubele neti sa profiteers.
We operate at the open market.
We operate at the open market. Say buying it means introduce system beer. A bit me marketing cost no upper form. I would say first you be a friend food distribution. Means over to ya.
Oh my can was
says buying to solve this same food prices. And was ya go for be na ebu ye. It's na ma aduane bo cost no. It's idea buying na betty marketing and distribution company, a food distribution company. Now what took me, I don't know, every in food in grass. Now about a ton or market. It makes a lot of sense, but it didn't work because I buy a juma. Market, no diverting. But the concept itself, no, very positive. But I said private sector and
okay.
A private sector. It again, I said government a incentive to food distribution and marketing companies that are privately established. Such as privately established. It's a no say every district be a near a private distribution company. A buyer man or license all man incentives, all man more. Say no one train a Briani from Sahara district and that's our market. Ya planning Bibia and I that's a wood was the making. That's a buyer my incentive say, oh, to be trained a Briani, a beer, a whooper said no, we had
tracking the as I said,
no, your mouth said, oh, yeah, oh, per se, your license who are a set would talk a truck. I would be trade, I don't know. Who import no duty. What the meeting? Well, a walk of purpose here instead of 30%, you know, a best subsidized for transport because now it is over. Say you can get private people to invest in marketing and distribution. Say no, say una yamao license. Say a Biani free in Kraza, a blue free in Kraza, Edinburgh Kumasi market. Now say you check in that prices, you know, still a higher, then government can withdraw your license. So what I said, because you have more incentives now, and so good to me cheaper. No one when you profit free go anywhere. I don't know obey increase prices, you know. It's complicated.
I see, and in fact, to be very fair, I mean, we've read literature about factual number of brains, so all these things are here on a break and once again. Yeah, of course, a bit about food inflation and coffee. But we count this very one after more election year, Kasa. It's because of comedy. You can't be very zoom in the time, and I got there Ghana for no, basically because they're Bobusiana more. What is your one solution or answer solutions are? With the baby, I'm a kaya, then and you see, Abaya is a Bobusia. Now we can't get away from that. But say the baby, reasonable Busiabo.
Yes.
MNA for hotel embassy. The Alanchamantin government. How are you dealing with the Busiabo? Some about them.
Yeah. Abai Ebo Busia said the Baya obeyed me Abai development.
Right.
Titu and now
said the police are working agreed to the last kid obey a crime to your family na de nyina. Even now this car.
Yes, but saying na make say until number 1 say if who kwa ko Busia
right
e dey awe sa is enya oye ya dem fan say road infrastructure say no ntino akobo Busia o dey buy akwan yen solution is say government will never have the revenue to build roads in the country. So, you say the Jomo say, enough money and find
okay.
It is all Kobobusia. Kobobusia said, oh, cannot a castle mail. And your policy is for all major road infrastructure, they say private sector. Both local and foreign. And I said,
I see.
Government receive all major road infrastructure.
All major road infrastructure.
I
see.
A private sector. The incentives, the incentives are the most important thing. So if you give the right incentives, the private sector, both local and foreign, they know where the money is. They will bring the money. And one is a Ubenya toll system here.
The Omiyana the toll to
toll the roads. Now, then government has to be the regulator.
Okay.
So true. So now do right. So ultimately recover. Now you can only recover it from tolls. But young person also you want to profit. So when they say abroso, and you know, it is done in major countries. So no.
And a bit to your roots, but
yes, no making. Now, and also now open up the economy.
Okay.
Roads now open up the economy.
Right. True.
Now, open up the economy, so then business would then follow. If businesses follow, then you pay the car. Then paying the toll with the problem here. So we hear quiet, you know, we hear a quiet is here. Now, I know that my business opportunity, business opportunity, people make money and they don't pay them. But if I offer town roads, I don't know to me. And to say inner roads, there's a town roads there. Want to be too good. And no, then government revenue kakra, na kafesi ya highways in there. Then no so you don't need say asphalt.
Okay.
I mean town roads. I just say a year for no. You don't need say asphalt. Say say be traffic here, you know. Yes, but normal town roads, I be a car say fast and you know. And also a real estate value no akosro because we should danya what Ghana now we should acquire koha and acquire reduce the value of the properties. And for certain roads there, obeyno ultimate tolu. It is so that you can divert since the highways now and when you bet my private sector. That's other infrastructure support to say. I didn't say about a person or your port and one casa a couple busia. Because also a busiamino. I didn't say couple busia or the airport. I didn't let the private sector invest. One money tolls. No more for any other tema a new port infrastructure. Say private sector. I buy shares a room a cacre. I didn't buy the piano or person a whole map corruption about. And a map the seven of doors. And the map was young bond done corruption because contracting or could you or could not and you will get 10%. And what build your members and what the comedy. Oh, I comedy because the comedy the only said, who was where no you take trouble that it's been a practice. Yeah, but what was it? The people focus it will not work. But other countries, wouldn't say every catcher of Tamapont, private investor, we call Gatwick. Gatwick. Wouldn't say a private investment. I see. A nuclear airport to look at security reasons in the idea. A private investment. Or what attitude or mutual. It's a government expenditure on infrastructure. A debt no cost. I feel so the same to corruption. So government revenue is a projects. Now say amount for through corruption. One more the rich or more there. A do to say schedule because you know na cocoa food too. Right. It's say who make sure say it's a development now it's so okokoboro. True. To finance that development because scanning area scanning number 3 so western rate you know and your papa now currency you weaker now HSN time no say ukoto crude oil with a weak CD currency with a weak currency now HSN you have to spend more because of the weak, you have to spend more. If you have to spend more, say about work of physical. That's all borrow. And I'm that's all borrow to be able to because currency is weak. So if you strengthen your currency, it means that your demand for will be less. And today I say we can't borrow that much because what we have our currency was strengthened. And our faces so there are so many areas here. You see, the Bopusia should do A, B, C, D, and D. Now it was say if we were able to even export more, keep it to me and more revenue. Right. Until cocoa say, never say cocoa. For cocoa, make away last one now. Cocoa, I buy a borough, almost $2 billion. And now between 1.5 and $2 billion every cocoa season to buy cocoa. And I'm one. So can you not a Canada? Meanwhile, no, idea, in fact, dollar the cocoa. But the city is not cocoa. And I'm one. And the other internet show borrow dollars. Now we are back in dollars. Meanwhile, we talk cocoa in cities. And so we mobilize local currency, no, at the cocoa. Because your dollars they the cocoa. So the pay na actually say cocoa na about okotoa. Façon obenya in dollars a bar full into the economy. And yes, a sample akutua kano. But said the maker. I haven't said that. Honestly, personally, my position will tell me said that. Say every year we are and we are proud. Say we are proud. The second is here once a mile. I mean, said what we are finance and Jawunya $2 billion. Who's idea Kutiaka? In and out. I see. It's a post office. In and out. And you very simple. Masa, Chedia Mikayo. No ma Makano. Also a share or you cry 152 solutions. Yes, solutions out of the bank. And yet, solutions. Also, American beach. It's so simple as that. I don't think I see it now. Also, any part me and son, as you see here, you say, right. You're good. The next about 10-15 minutes, we should be wrapping up. So, the policy, it was for that's one and John Chemantin. Presidential aspirant to the movement for change. Brilliant ideas. I mean, waka, any of course. On paper, solutions on paper, in the books, solid, fantastic solution. Rebecca said, well, we live to see, say, the implementation which we are the real benefit. However, before I do so, solutions like implementation, you have to cross a hurdle. Yes. And as I see, I know the whole Ghana, I say, we are front runner. You, Movement for Change, NDC, and MPP. Now, as a presidential aspirant, I'm on for a lot of surveys. They are always placing you third. Yeah. Global Info Analytics. Or maybe a Jamama anymore. But and to be fair to them and to you, about our MPP. So we say now. Almost the delegates need about never winning, but at the national level, the MPP wanted you to be fair to global information. She said, "Our two party no more. We are independent. I will quit." Now they are saying that Ghana for say you are a third place. We figure so and also it's you already fighting a lost battle. And it is because almost someone trauma. That's what they are saying. So remember, try figure so and make any negative assessment about Rebecca. No, we are research. We are research. Say the research will be right. But global analysis, one say statistics are man. It is nowhere near the reality. Really? First election, 17 million. 17 million voters, last year. Yeah. We have 20 million. Yeah, sure. That's true. 5,000 sample size. Sample size. Measurement here. It is nothing to rely on. So even me favor grant. Was the best Jamaica election? About 53%, 50%. For example, let's say NDC are winning in Ashanti region. How is it possible? Oh no, so make us say. Also more to get them black. So Obi now one example, you punch holes in your car. I see. So I said NDC. And you have 53% in Ashanti region. How is it possible? That's what you say. From currently. It's not possible.
It's not possible.
I'm not for people are the American say, the American come say, Nipa 20 million Kwakotuaba. We have 5,000. Now, what they are judgment. But the American say, they need that solid scientific basis. Right. Sample size in the distribution of so if you go into it, it cannot. They are doing at least far better than the Nankofu baby. So what I say. But the reason why I'm saying it is not representing what would actually
true reflection on the ground.
Number two, we started movement. Right. Only 3 months.
That's true.
So what I say. Only 3 months. And even if you see the right sample size and you grab. So on fact, we are caught into August, September. Yes, go around. Right. Number 3, I will say, I've come from a dominant party.
True.
And I'm not just from a dominant party. I've been a dominant figure in Ghanaian politics. In Ghanaian politics. Not just in our party, in Ghanaian politics. Right. There is no village in Ghana. Say Alan Misiwo. Say Yemidini Ebeka, and I say Menimi Ebekaya. There's no village I'm not quite that way. I'm telling you, every village from north to south, east and west. It is a missing from Nasamekwa. The young person can be. The young is oh, Alan. No enough of Anton. And I say, any problem here. I see. Because you know, my credibility was.
It is a see for naturally.
Nipano epimasm naturally. Now, I'm saying, I'm so and I. Okay. So, Mr. From somewhere campaign. It will change the dynamics of it. It will change the dynamics completely. Now, South American, almost, statistics and only a year we used to grant. And you're representative of the Bible, they fan cancer. Okay. But apart from that, one says, say, Nipa Miansano, I feel in IAP.
No, no,
also, Ghana for you're very interesting people. You know, so almost show of they are monitoring. Almost show you we feel say, or no MPP party and not NDC. Now, if I find you to a year, because the police are going to okay, MPP. You can't MPP call members of MPP. We a card bearing member. You do even 1 million.
No, that's true.
They do even 1 million.
I think that's very true. Yes.
The same thing with NDC.
NDC and the NDC both of them about 2 million. That's what they both about 2 million. That's what they say. But
one say your Kotuaba. If you make 6 million.
Exactly. Sympathizers.
These are all sympathizers. These are all sympathizers. And our faces so we shall one year Juman Casa within 1 million, and now within NDC for 2. 1 year Juman executives. And the Ubetrakaso executive party, the idea of Akua about my MPP, we say they are no more than 200, only about 200,000. Yeah. My year they committed a
real party
executives. And say 1 million. A free 6.5 million a tour back for let's say MPP and not NDC. So 5 million. Yes, no sympathizers. They are waiting for the message and the messenger. That's what they are waiting for. Who are sympathizer there? It means it's the right message and the right messenger now. Over
yeah.
Also, the TV workers,
oh, of course, I mean,
it's because we now we sympathizers. So, MPP near Papa, workers are into and now NDC workers are into but who change to now? Oh, the idea because of me sympathizers. They are waiting for the right message and the right messenger. And then, so, natural constituency, and people will be shocked. Because the only people will shock people. They see the people that the parties, 2 parties in AD, depending on the majority of them are sympathizers. Omukurabu of food so much. They don't want NPP, but they don't also want NDC.
The Savo telling that about your side.
Sabi, the mechanism.
Yeah, I get it. It's 5 million. And target. That's what I want to know.
No. Now, the entire scientifically, no. A bassa say 5 million there for a new messenger to tap into. Because 60% of Sahab voters here, they are aged between 18 and 35.
Right.
And here my statistics, this is...
not true. Yes,
18 to 35. Napaka, when you say, people aged to 18 to 35, they have no allegiance to either MPP or to NDC. That we are aware of. Yeah. We know about MPP now. Hey, one of say, party now on their own. The election will be won by the majority of the people will be voting. Only 18 to 35. Yeah. And now what Moses said, 32 years. To be fair, even most of them they're 83. But 32 years are. There's 32 years between NDC and NPP. Still, Omo will say Nkoyi between NDC and now talking the value is the same between two parties. 60 years. Omo with their 60 years they ended with the IMF. Right. NPP and they're ending their 60 years with IMF. NDC ended their 60 years with IMF. And it is so obvious to say 18 to 35 for no day. And we are within that bracket. Obviously, there's nothing going to happen. But there is no new thing. So two parties here. Meanwhile, we are school. 5 years. How is he going to vote for NDC to come and do what? So what I say? When you are Juma, Obi Okrampa, I just say, well, yeah, Juma, and so the Juma to sell or share Juma. And they are voting for NPP and NDC to come and do what? How are they going to improve their lives? It makes our group, I want to target that where your focus is. That's my focus. And I've made it plain. Me, I'm a transitional leader. Okay. I'm a transitional leader. The future belongs to the youth. And the front liners of the campaign. This is an election. I made it clear. Okay, financial campaign. This is an election. It's November, December. Yeah. Then 2 November and 2 December. There is serious interrogation into the matter. It's a affair again. Parties, affair. Independent candidates. Yamba iPad. We are fighting for that. Okay. Yes, you are fighting for that. But generally, for me, plan and I'm ready for November. I'm ready for December. Oh, you are never ready for November, December. I'm ready for November. It doesn't matter to me. November, I'm fully prepared. About December, I'm fully prepared. You're fully prepared. Yes. Great. Now, and you see the value of November. No, if I listen to so far the transition period, with December. And for too short. Yeah. So if it is a continuing government there, then obviously, it's almost like the same thing, right? But under different. But if from one party to another party, which is going to happen from MPP to the movement for change, then the longer the transition period, the better. Now, may say. I will prepare the budget for 2025 before the election. Okay. Yes, I'll prepare that. If you say there's clear indication about me, what I'm going to do. Okay. And then your promises, my child. Of course, everything I'm saying. Based on that, I have the capacity to prepare the 2025 budget before the election. Okay, great. So make sure and Sana. I will prepare to one because we're already coming. Not the normal. There's a main fancy obia. It's not. There's obia. Because say we can my ideas. I know we be because some of the president. The opposite not just statements. So what I say? Okay, but now quickly, we will just about 3 minutes. Indelible ink is another issue because you are a key interested party in this election. Yes. To never consume electoral commission, or say a foul. Indelible ink, then you through all and answer from back. So indelible protect about 5 million votes. Indelible ink, Now, a time we start elections, first not transparent boxes, crime, and it was part of that regime. Say, I said preparations, the biometric verification regime now over the Abano. It is structured in such a way, say, you may not necessarily utu abawa na sakoto area ukone ye biometric it will copper. So the technology now makes it almost impossible for double voting. It is a indelible link. Technically, okay. So if you want to keep that is a reinforcement. Okay. But what as political parties and independent candidates, what we should verify is the technology associated with new I said there will be a friend's stress test. Now, a friend's stress test. It's she used to a serious stress test for a period of time to make sure that indeed, double rate. Say no how there.
But I'm sure you listened to your very good friend Baumia over the Obebino. I'm not for saying obviously Uti now who assessing. Which are we now looking at some okay?
Oh, what was that?
I saw drivers mate. I mean,
that's up to you. It's a bit disappointing. Say Vice President describing as a drivers.
But so drivers mate.
No, we are drivers.
So what's by the dictate of the president?
No. But you see, say okay, so we are co-pilot to Krampa. Okay. Because the presidency is one ticket.
Yeah.
So what I say, so what you play more? The presidency is one ticket, and you cannot, strictly speaking, divorce, the president from the vice president in terms of your. The vice president has had the opportunity. I hope you only said the normal question. He has had the opportunity to input at the highest level into many of the things that have gone on.
I see.
That's why I'm not claiming credit for many of those things.
Digitalization.
So now who claim credit for a lot of these things? How can Palankea or no taking major decisions on behalf of the driver? It means he said conflicting signals on the man. Now you should not, as a vice president, because open power Uber at the debase the executive authority for a vice president.
Is it the platform? The platform is that your?
Oh, no, so we are Palanque. The mechanic say, a Palanque has a place.
Yes.
Driver has a place.
True.
But vice presidency, and your Palanque job is supposed to be a co-pilot. So playing with that.
Was there one ticket which I agree? One ticket which I agree.
I mean, Dr. Problem knows that he has had the opportunity to basically, be responsible for policies at the highest level. Well, so Makanda said, "I don't quite." So what do you say? He has not had the opportunity to be at the center of policy making.
I see.
That's all, Kasa. I mean, the president, President Cranker, I would be very displeased with that.
Oh, you'll be displeased with him?
No, with so I can say. You haven't had any. How can you be part of a government?
I see.
Economic management team. You know, like I said, you are always those.
So we try.
What I'm saying is, even if that is a valid proposal now, you are the sitting vice president. And you will only level of authority. So can the nature say they do the ODG fans now, ODG credit, yeah, who a driver.
Right.
They do the ODG credit, they are also a driver. They do the visual also with the Appalanque. No, you cannot blame teachers. But it's a young train. For example, if you live in a young train till What's a man can't go for once a movie something.
Right. Yeah. Oh, of course, I just because you see on the wall ballot paper to be. What do you only John Mahama? And I'm with 3 front runners.
It's not that of an Apalanke. So what I say. Apalanke will rule. It's a very important rule. So one that did this guy. So one of these guys, I know those are these kind of. So who know about the owner with this kind of the other driver now for then I come up with the for this house account for it. So book of facts are a unit to also. So what I say. So Apalanke for who do that? Or who and a co-pilot to one rule. Also, a man might teach you.
But that's it. But did we see her? Is that for the Messiah? And Senam Kano, the president aspirant movement for change. I mean, on the ballot paper, also why ready for November elections? Why ready for December?
Oh, say, it is clear.
3 front runners. Yes.
Ghana for a control, but then you also have to
right.
Number one, a vision. If you say the upper home could be right. But what is your vision? They say, the Bahama, a former player, what kind of party are
24-hour economy?
Right. And Dr. Baumia. Teach you what kind of digitization.
Also a new man. You're trying.
Apart from being new, you are
digitization.
Right. Me show Makasa. Me see me the moment the moon and era.
True.
Between the woman can and the other. When they go, the vision, and so they organize. But they can't also we see on the macro economy. A yes, once natural inflation, how to come down, interest rate, how to come down, debt, taxation, actually, the solutions, and no better. Now, so we see industrialization, natural formula, the developer will become the next manufacturing hub for Africa. Mature agriculture, mature. There will be a new agricultural revolution in Ghana. Not just talk, mature specific a year. Tourism, tourism, and this is another big pillar. So, some things. How then will compare 24-hour economy plus digitization plus like it? Say, you have vision. Any message.
Any messenger. So credibility is what record any credibility.
Right. Both in government and outside government. If you have before kind in government. No. Also the so the president. Outside na ubeye politics. Let us compare. It will be experience better when exposure. So the not sure you're saying before you came into politics. Anyway, now a public record now I draw attention to only one thing.
Okay.
Because of the other so we can see it now. So you can record 1994 Time International Magazine. Time International Magazine, one of the most reputable magazines in the world. 1994, obviously, they are selecting 100 top leaders. 100 top leaders in the world. Bill Gates,
fantastic.
1994.
94, I saw that 94.
2 years.
I see. All of what that's the end when it's about is it for that's the presidential aspirant, the man movement for change within the Kwesi Park Wilson.